As the sun begins to set on Minnesota's capital city, the mighty Mississippi rolls through beautiful downtown St. Paul. Welcome everyone inside the cozy confines of the XL Energy Center as we get ready for day one of the women's all-around competition. And there's one of our comeback kids at this year's Visa National Championships, Chelsea Memel. She disappeared for 3 years. Her comeback has gone largely under the radar, but she is back and she is looking good. Probably the biggest names in the United States still competing gymnastics, no question about it. She won 4 medals in Beijing, but obviously feels there is some unfinished business that needs to be taken care of. Shawn Johnson is back.
The only card accepted at the Visa Championships. More people go.
And she really did I thought, a great job at the CoverGirl Classic. She had some falls, but she really showed that she was in, I think, better condition than most people thought she would be. She was in better shape than most people thought.
Definitely bringing some excitement to this year's competition. And one of the favorites, clearly, Jordan Weber, and this is ironically, even though she's the favorite, is her first Visa National Championships, and she stunned a lot of people, I think, by winning the American Cup not too long ago as well.
Well, I don't think she stunned us. I mean, watching her at the American Cup was, you know, her skill level was incredible. She had an amazing competition and really set herself up as one to watch for at the upcoming World Championships, should she make that team.
And for more on Jordan Weber, let's go to Andrea Joyce down on the floor.
Well, John, this may be Jordan Weber's very first senior national championship, but as you said, she's been on the radar for a really, really long time. She won that American Cup, but she won her first American Cup back when she was 13. And even well before that, she was showing a fierce competitive spirit. We're going to take you back to 2002, second grade, DeWitt, Michigan, the President's Physical Fitness Challenge. Remember that? The little Jordan Weber went out there and did more push-ups than any girl or boy, 125, set the school record. And, you know, it's funny because she remembers it so vividly. I asked her what on earth would possess a 7-year-old to do something like that. She smiled and shrugged and said, I just wanted to win. Some things you can't teach, John.
Thanks, Andrea. I'm sure Tim Daggett is glad he was not in Jordan Weber's class in grade school. Not to mention, we haven't talked about her, but we will later. Defending champion Bross is here as well. And when we come back, we will see her and the rest of the field at the 2011 Visa National Gymnastics Championships. Welcome back, everybody, to the XL Energy Center, St. Paul, Minnesota. Chelsea Memel has made quite an astounding comeback under the radar in the last year. And the thing that amazes me, Tim and Elfie, about her is 2003, 2004, I thought, those are Chelsea Memel's years. Here it is 2011, and she's right back in the mix.
Yeah, you know, at the CoverGirl Championships, where she qualified for these Visa Championships, she literally just blew everybody away. Everybody, of course, talking about Shawn Johnson. Last year, we were talking about Alicia Sacramone. But this kid comes to that championships, and she is in just unbelievable shape and looks exactly like she has almost 2 Olympic Games ago.
But, Tim, this event, the most difficult event for her to get back into condition.
She is capable of doing much more. We saw her train a different combination that would add a lot of extra start value.
Chelsea said she has all the parts, everything she used to do. It's just about the conditioning, hasn't had the numbers. But she's got the mindset.
That's what she does time after time.
She is a machine. You can never count this girl out. It's unbelievable.
You know, one of the people who she's trying to impress, not just dad and coach right there, Andy Memel, but Marta Caroli. And I'll tell you, if I were the coordinator, you got to have someone like Chelsea Memel. You just want her.
That familiar smile. She is only doing 3 events this evening. She is actually on the floor podium as we look at Marta Caroli and Nastia Lukin on the sidelines. Nastia, part of the selection committee for the World Championship team.
And Shawn's going to play it safe. That's the reason why she is not competing on floor exercise. She tweaked her knee just before the Classic, actually.
I don't get this, though. I mean, it's so silly because the rules used to be that you had to do the all-around in competition, and you don't have to do the all-around anymore. But they still make them come up, and in the United States at the Visa Championships, they gotta, I guess, salute to the floor judges, give them their due.
They just want to make sure she's in the building.
And we're talking about a lot of comebacks here and a lot of veterans and older gymnasts, but this young lady, Gabby Douglas, only 15 years old, just moved to train with Shawn Johnson actually in Chow's in Iowa, and quite a story for this young lady.
And you know, not just 15 years old. She turns 15 December 31st. So she is eligible for the World Championships by 1 day.
Do you think her mom had that in mind when she was giving birth? She's like, come on, you gotta hurry.
She is a talent.
Oh, big break. Saw those 3 steps forward and then both hands out of bounds. Just deductions galore. Just stepped out of bounds. That kind of a little bit of a rookie mistake right there.
Just inexperience. Just newly on the senior team and trying to find her way and where she belongs.
Yeah, and you know, her coach, Chow, who also coached, of course, Shawn Johnson, he said she has every single thing you need. She's powerful, she's quick, she's flexible, but it's the mind, it's the focus. We need the focus. And that is what he has been training so diligently with this young lady.
The last time we saw her on the floor exercise was in Beijing, but she's adding it to her repertoire here. When we come back, Alicia Sacramone on the floor exercise. One of the best gymnasts in the world on floor exercise before the comeback, and she has not competed at this stage yet. She competed at the CoverGirl Classic, right, Tim, on the floor exercise, but the lasting image, unfortunately, that a lot of Americans have of her on the floor is the team finals at the Olympic Games. Is that part of the reason you think she's back out in this event?
You know, it's not just what the image that others had, it's the image that she had. And she said this comeback is all about redemption. She says that's everything to her right now.
Unexpected.
Yeah, but you know, actually in training, we have seen her be historically over the years have problems with that pass. It looked like she got a handle on it towards the end of her career, and here in St. Paul, she has had a problem with it.
I was going to say, this music is powerful. It's so mature. Perfect choice for Alicia.
And just taking a step back at the big picture, though, you know, a lot of gymnasts, as they age, they're like an old tire. They kind of lose a little bit of that air and that bounce. That is not her problem.
Not at all. And, you know, adding floor, she said, only betters her chances of making this world team.
So this is that tumbling pass where it just has really, throughout her career, really been a sticky point. She's going to do a 2.5 twist and then rebound the floor. She is just way too far over and nowhere near enough rotation. That fall right there, that's a 1.5 points at least. So this is going very disappointing for Alicia on her first event.
Just to give you an update, Chelsea Memel on bars of 14.3 as we go over to the balance beam. And one of the favorites in today's competition, Jordan Weber, American Cup champion at her first Visa Championships.
Well, she wasn't just